We are discussing the nomenclature of carboxylic acids and carboxylic acid derivatives like esters, acid anhydrides, acid halides, amides. Now, cyclic amides. Cyclic amides are called lactams because these come again in polymers. Lactam. In IUPAC system, these are called aza. The NH bond is called aza bond. Aza cycloalkanones. Cycloalkanones. See, for example, NH double bond O. C double bond O NH. See here, CH2, CH2, C double bond O, NH. So these two are one and the same. So this is treated as cycloalkanone in which NH is present as substituent. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is called 2-aza cyclobutanone. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is treated as substituent. So this is cyclohexanone in which at the second position nitrogen is there. So therefore it is 2-aza cyclohexanone. Cyclohexanone. Isomerism. The smallest carboxylic acid that can exhibit optical isomerism. See here, take one carbon atom which is an asymmetric carbon and COOH group is attached. We require lowest number of carbon atoms. Acid which contain lowest number of carbon atoms. So therefore put one hydrogen here, one methyl group here and one ethyl group here. So this is the smallest carboxylic acid which can exhibit optical isomerism. So here I am writing the same compound as like this: CH3, CH2, CH, CH3, COOH. So 1, 2, 3, 4 butanoic acid. So 2-methyl butanoic acid. This can exhibit optical isomerism. Carboxylic acids are functional isomers of number 1 esters. hydroxy ketones. Hydroxy ketones. See, for example, CH3, CH2, CH2, COOH. It is 1, 2, 3, 4. Butanoic acid. So, how many isomers are possible? See, in case of ester, C4H8O2. So, I wrote carboxylic acid already, butanoic acid. C4H8O2. H8O2. We can able to write the esters also. How many esters are possible? See, HC double bond O. O. So I am taking first formic acid. HC double bond O. This is formate. So how many carbon atoms remain? 3 carbon atoms remain. How many hydrogen atoms remain? 7 hydrogen atoms remain. Right? So how many propyl groups you have? We have 2 propyl groups. One is isopropyl and second one is N-propyl. So with this, we can write 2 structures. 2 structures are possible, or 2 compounds are possible with this. So I am writing those 2. HC double bond O, CH2, CH2, CH3. N-propyl formate. N-propyl formate. Second one, HC double bond O, CH, CH3, CH3. This is isopropyl group which is attached to formate. So therefore it is isopropyl formate. Next, I am going to increase one more carbon atom in acid group. So I am taking CH3, C double bond O, O. So I am taking acetate group now. I tried with formate. Now I am trying with acetate. So 2 carbons I wrote. So how many carbon atoms are there? Remain in the alkyl group? 2 carbon atoms. How many ethyl groups we have? Only 1. So therefore this is ethyl acetate. Ethyl acetate. Okay. Now next I am going to increase one more carbon atoms in the acid group. CH2, C double bond O, O. So how many carbon atoms remain? Only 1. So we have only 1 methyl group. So therefore methyl propanoate. So all these are functional isomers of butanoic acid. Clear? Next, see here, CH3, C double bond O, CH2, CH3. This is ketone. Right? Now, to get one more isomer of butanoic acid or carboxylic acid, then you can put OH group anywhere here. So, CH3, C double bond O, CHOH, CH3. So if you compare the molecular formula, 1, 2, 3, 4, C4, next H34538, H8O2, right? Next. Similarly, you can write many structures, right? Like this, CH2OH, C double bond O, CH2CH3. Similarly, CH3, C double bond O, CH2, CH2OH. All these are again functional isomers of butanoic acid. Clear? For example, CH3, CH2, CH2, CHO. Suppose if one of the hydrogen is replaced by OH group, then what is the formula of this compound? C 1, 2, 3, 4, C4, H 2, 3, 2, 5, 3, 8, O2. So therefore, hydroxyaldehydes also functional isomers of functional isomers of functional isomers of carboxylic acids. Carboxylic acids. So again you can write more than one, right? CH3, CH. Now here hydrogen is replaced by OH group. CH2, CHO. Again hydrogen is replaced by OH group. CH2, CH2, CHO. So all these are again functional isomers of carboxylic acids. So esters, hydroxyaldehydes, hydroxyketones are functional isomers of carboxylic acids. Carboxylic acids. How many carboxylic acids and esters are possible for the molecular formula C5H10O2. C5H10O2. Now, see here acids take its molecular formula C n equal to 5. If n equal to 5, then C5H8H10O2, right? The general molecular formula of acids and esters is CnH2nO2, right? So NH2n, alkene formula with 2 oxygen atoms, is formula of acids and esters. Now put n equal to 5 here, then you will get C5H10O2. Now here I am writing number 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 COOH. So I separated COOH from COOH. So C4, 4 carbon atoms remain, and one hydrogen. So that means CH10 minus 1. So H9. C4 H9 group remain. So put here CH3, CH2, CH2, CH2. So this is N-butyl group with COOH. How many butyl groups we have? 4. What are they? N-butyl, secondary butyl, isobutyl, tertiary butyl. So we can able to write 4 acids. See, CH3, CH2, CH, CH3. So this is secondary butyl. Add COOH. So we got one compound. Next, isobutyl group. CH3, CH, CH3, right? CH2. This is isobutyl group. To this isobutyl group, add COOH. So this is one group, one compound. Next, CH3, C, CH3, CH3. So this is tertiary butyl group. Add COOH. So 4 acids are possible. 4 carboxylic acids are possible. See, C5H10O2. So from this compound, we took RCOOH. This R now became C4H9. C4H9 we have, C4H9 is called butyl group. How many butyl groups we have? That is N-butyl group. Next, secondary butyl group and isobutyl group and tertiary butyl group. So what I did, I wrote N-butyl group, added COOH. I wrote secondary butyl group, added COOH. I wrote isobutyl group and then added COOH group. And I wrote tertiary butyl group and added COOH. Like that, I got 4 carboxylic acids. Similarly, here C5H10O2. C5H10O2. So we have to write ester, is it not? So ester is a divalent functional group. So this is the structure of, general structure of ester. So COO, so take first formate group. To the formate group, add C4H9. So from this, we have 4 butyl groups. That is why we will get 4 structures. 4 structures. See, HCOO, N-butyl group. Again, HCOO, secondary butyl group. HCOO, isobutyl group. Next, HCOO, tertiary butyl group. CH3, CH3, CH3. This is tertiary butyl group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So, these 4 I wrote with formate. Now, I am going to increase number of carbon atoms in the acid group. Acetic acid. So, acetate. So, I wrote acetate group, and I have to decrease 1 carbon atom in the alkyl group. So, C3H7. So, C3H7, propyl group. How many propyl groups we have? 2 only. So, therefore, put 1 N-propyl group and isopropyl group, you will get 2 structures. CH3, COO, CH2, CH2, CH3. So, this is N-propyl acetate. CH3, COO, CH, CH3, CH3. Right? So, how many structures we got? 2 structures. Here 4 structures. Now again, going to increase Next, propanoic acid, CH3, CH2, COO. So, how many carbon atoms are remain? 2 carbon atoms. Ethyl. So, number of ethyl groups are only 1. So, only one structure is possible. Only one structure is possible. Now, you increase one more carbon in the left hand side. Then CH3, CH2, CH2, COO, CH3. So, how many methyl groups you have? Only one, right? So, therefore, you will get only one structure. But here, 3 carbon atoms came in the alkyl group. So, again we have one more alkyl group, that is isopropyl. You can open the branch here, CH3, COO, CH3. So, this you have one more structure. So, total number of esters possible are 4 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. How many esters are possible? 9 esters are possible. So, how many acids are possible? Number of carboxylic acids we got 4. Number of esters we got 9. Total number of acids and esters possible are 13. Now, methods of preparation of carboxylic acids. Methods of preparation of carboxylic acids. Number 1, from alkenes. Now, general method of preparation. See, RCH double bond CHR. This is treated with potassium permanganate in the presence of either acidic medium or basic medium. Now, see here, any alkene is oxidized in the presence of acidified potassium permanganate or alkaline potassium permanganate, will get RCOOH. So, here 2 moles of RCOOH group. Now, how to remember the product? That is important here. Here, method of preparation of carboxylic acid from alkenes is not at all an important point. The important point is, suppose if any alkene is given to you and is treated with KMnO4, acidified or alkaline potassium permanganate solution, then how to identify the product? See here, I am giving a shortcut method. So, already you studied ozonolysis reaction. Suppose if RCH double bond CHR is treated with ozone and followed by hydrolysis in the presence of zinc, means reductive ozonolysis, then what are the products you will get? We will get RCHO, RCHO. Then again you oxidize this. Whatever be the aldehydes you got in ozonolysis reaction, then oxidize it. Any aldehyde is oxidized, we will get carboxylic acid. So, these are the products. These are nothing but the products in this reaction. Like this you remember. CH3, CH, double bond CH, CH3. Now, KMnO4 in the presence of acidic medium. What are the products you will get? Simply CH3 ozonolysis CH3CHO, CH3CHO. Again, an oxidation. You will get CH3COOH, CH3COOH. So these are the products in the reaction. Now, suppose if you take CH3CH double bonds CH, CH2, CH3, then how to write the products? Split the alkene at the double bond. CH3CHO. Next, CH3CH2CHO. Two aldehydes. Now, oxidize it. CH3COOH, CH3, CH2COOH. So these are the products obtained when it is oxidized in the presence of acidified dichromate. Acidified potassium permanganate. For example, CH3CCH3 double bond C H2 or CHCH3. Okay. Now, how to write the products? So, what is the ozonolysis product of this compound first? CH3CCH3 double bond O plus CH3CHO. These are ozonolysis products. Now, see carefully. It is ketone, does not undergo oxidation. It is aldehyde, undergoes oxidation, CH3COOH. So, if this compound is treated with acidified or alkaline KMnO4 solution, we will get CH3COCH3, acetone, one of the product, plus CH3COOH. It is acetic acid. Clear? So, this is how to write the products in the reaction. This is not important method because we do not use this method for the preparation of carboxylic acid generally in the laboratory. But in the problems, they may ask, they may give some alkenes and what are the products formed in the oxidation of KMnO4 in acidic medium or basic medium, like that they could. So for that purpose, I explained